Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat. You're watching iGyaan. Now, Apple launched the first HomePod about 2 years ago. I bought my first HomePod around that time. And it's 2 years later in 2020, Apple has launched the HomePod in India. What has been my experience with this speaker and would I recommend it to you? We're going to find out in this video. So let's quickly get started. Now, when Apple originally launched the HomePod, I ended up paying around rupees 30,000 for it. It was launched in the US and some other parts of the world. It was fairly expensive compared to the price that it's been launched at in India, which is rupees 19,900. Also, when I bought the first HomePod, I thought that this is the only HomePod that I'm ever going to buy. And I also thought that this was one of those Apple products that you could experience, but not truly enjoy because of its limited nature. But 2 years in, since then, we've bought around 7 more HomePods for a total of 8 HomePods in the studio and at my house. And I've thoroughly enjoyed using this speaker over this time. Now, HomePod in itself is a smart speaker designed for the Apple ecosystem. To set it up, you need an iPhone, an iPad, or an iPod. And that in itself eliminates a large part of the population. If you're an Android user or a Windows user with an Android phone, you will not be able to set up the HomePod, and that is a major restriction. But that is also one of the reasons that Apple launched this product. They wanted people who buy the HomePod to come into the Apple ecosystem and hence own an iPod or an iPhone and then pull them towards the Apple economy. The HomePod can be used as a hub for all your home devices. So if you have any HomeKit enabled accessories, like we do a lot of lights and our air conditioning, along with some of our cameras and locks can be controlled easily via the smart speaker. If you can set up everything properly and have it in your HomeKit setup on your iPhone or iPad, then the Siri-enabled HomePod will be able to control all of those accessories and devices without a problem. We use it all the time in our studio to control the color of the lights, and we use it all the time to control the air conditioning in the studio as well. Studio lights to blue. So Siri's preference is always the HomePod over your phone as well. So if I ask it to do a task, instead of activating Siri on the phone, it'll default to the speaker if you have a HomePod around you. Hey Siri, turn the studio lights on. Another great thing about the HomePod is the fact that you can pair it up as a stereo speaker. So you can have 2 HomePods in the same place and have it combine as a pair of stereo speakers and then hence improve the audio output from these devices. Now I've done that in several places, including my desk setup, which allows me to then listen to not only music, but also use it as a speaker for phone calls, because the HomePod will allow you to do that as well. Now, you can sync up your HomePod to have personal requests enabled, but if you're in a public environment like we are in the office, you'd want to have that disabled. If you do have personal requests enabled, however, you can read your text messages or send text messages. Hey Siri, read my last WhatsApp message.
A nearby iGyaan said, let's make the HomePod video.
You can also make FaceTime audio calls or regular audio calls by dialing numbers from the HomePod. Now, this is really convenient if you have the HomePod on your desk or in your home, and this can also come in handy for just simply moving to a hands-free environment. Now, if you're on a call on your iPhone, you can also quickly shift to the HomePod by bringing your iPhone closer to the HomePod, and then it gives you a pop-up which then shifts the call to the HomePod, and then you can be hands-free there as well. Now, another good thing that has happened over time is that initially when the speaker launched, you could only listen to Apple Music on the speaker, and Siri would only play music from Apple Music on the speaker. But now what you can do is, if you're listening to Spotify, for example, you can have it playing on your iPhone and then simply AirPlay it to the speaker. You can also have multi-room setups directly from your iPhone. So the way we have it set up, we have a HomePod in almost every room, and then we can simply control it from the iPhone and have music sent to every speaker in every room. And that is a brilliant way of syncing up audio. And with AirPlay 2, that syncs up really well, and the audio output is also impressive. Now, the design of the speaker is also very interesting. A lot of people like it, a lot of people dislike it. I personally love the space gray color. It's got this mesh soft foam sort of cover on the outside with a plasticky interior, and it's a heavy speaker. And that goes to the point that it has a heavy inbuilt mechanism, a heavy magnet, a heavy subwoofer, and an array of tweeters that allow for the sound to be really good. This is one of the best sounding speakers that I've used over the years, and I've tested a lot of speakers, and since then I've not wanted to buy any other speaker but more HomePods. And that is a testament to what the sound quality is from these HomePod speakers. Now, because the HomePod has tweeters sort of pointed in every direction of the room, it'll use that to bounce off audio so that you get a better surround sound experience. In this scenario, with a single HomePod, you don't always need a stereo setup. If you have a room that is a medium-sized room, a single HomePod will essentially entirely fill up that room and give you a really good sound experience. There's a lot of other stuff that you can do with the HomePod as well. You can also listen into news. In India now it recognizes Indian English, so it responds really well to your commands. You can also listen to live status updates on the pandemic. You can ask for the total number of cases. The speaker will respond with results that it can search off the web. You can also ask it things like your cricket scores and sports scores. You can also talk about news, the weather, and the usual stuff that you can from Siri can be asked from the HomePod as well. The HomePod can also be used to do things like setting up a timer, adding things to your calendar, or even things to your grocery list that will automatically sync up with your iCloud and then hence be available on your iPhone or your iPad. Add avocados to my groceries list.
All right, I've added it to your groceries list.
Now, there are lots of limitations to the HomePod as well. It doesn't work with Android devices. It cannot sync with Android devices, and if you have an Android phone, you can't use Bluetooth to send audio over a HomePod. It only works with Wi-Fi, and it works really well over Wi-Fi. If you're using an iPhone, you can use AirPlay to send audio, and you get low latency, high fidelity audio being sent from an iPhone to a HomePod, and hence the music experience is that much better. Now, another point of conversation 2 years ago was the touchscreen on the top of the HomePod. There is a display in there, and it does show you a light when you activate Siri. There are also volume controls on the speaker, but these are the only limitations of the screen. You can't really see any visual updates on the screen, and I wish Apple changed that and had a LCD display on the speaker. But all you have are volume controls, the Siri indicating light, and also the ability to tap on the speaker to control your music or activate Siri. I wish the screen on the speaker could be used for other things, including, for example, showing us the current weather or any kind of updates on your reminders, etc. But since it's a circular display, they're probably limited with the way they show that information, and hence they decided to not do that. Now, in conclusion, for a price of 19,900 rupees, the HomePod is not the cheapest speaker that you can buy. But if you're already in the Apple ecosystem, this is one of the best speakers that you can buy. And if you look at it from comparison to higher end audio setups, the HomePod is relatively cheaper. The fact that it's a smart speaker and it works really well with the Apple ecosystem, and if you do have accessories that work with HomeKit, this will be a great add-on to your setup. Now, if you're somebody who is stuck on an Android platform, you don't want to switch over to iOS, the HomePod is definitely not for you, because you'll at least need an iPod to set this up. But once you get into this and start enjoying the music experience, it's difficult to find a speaker in comparison to the HomePod as far as audio capability is concerned, and that in itself makes it an excellent purchase for a price of 19,900 rupees. Now, granted, it's not for everyone, but for those who really want a really good high-end speaker for a relatively low price, and because speakers can be really, really expensive, the HomePod is an excellent bet. If you're interested in buying the HomePod, I'll leave a link in the description below. But there is also one more point that I wanted to discuss. Now, Apple has launched the HomePod after 2 years in India. That could mean one of two things. The first is that the HomePod will not be updated for at least another year, and then when it does, it will be launched in more countries, including India. Or second, that a new HomePod is coming and Apple is quickly trying to get rid of any stock that it might have in countries like India. Either way, the HomePod at 19,900 is a steal, and you should definitely go check it out if you're looking for a speaker of this caliber. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a part of Team iGyaan. This has been Bharat. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.